there are so many people in a religion right now. The vision they have is visionless. So you realize that the guy will be like, oh, you pick phone. Are you home? Please, can you come to the house? Is your house a tourist attraction? No. So the lady will enter into the house and they'll be there, they'll be eating, they'll be laughing before we're like, something happened. At the end of it, now they've created a new vision for the relationship. So because they are visionless, they enter, they have sex, and sex becomes the vision and the goal for the relationship.
Hi people, this is your boy Jesse J and you're welcome to today's edition of Vibe with Jess. Happy New Year to each and every one of you. And Charlie, this year there, God for bless you. And I also say, I mean, you believe, say God for bless you. Say amen, say amen. Alright, so today I'm here with one brother of mine and we've been friends for over a decade. And Charlie, we've hustled together in Accra. And I mean, God has been also good to us as well. And we are still grinding in the Bab. But he is now called into the ministry as a pastor. He has a fellowship that he leads that's called Watchmen Ministries. And he's doing great things and mighty things by the grace of the Lord. I urge you to one of these days attend his program and your life is not going to be the same again. So today we are talking about why most relationships don't end well. A lot of people go into relationship hoping that it will end well, but then at the end of the day it doesn't work out. So what are some of the reasons why most relationships don't end well? I know we are really going to delve into deeper conversations and bring out some of the points, because if you really want to talk about this topic, we have a lot more to talk about it, but then we are going to pinpoint some of the major points. So we have Pastor Charles L. Ake here. So you are welcome.
Thank you, sir. It's a privilege to have me on your set and to share my opinion on the topic that you brought on board.
All right, so what's your expectation for this new year?
The Lord, whatever the Lord has for us, I mean, we are just expecting. Our lead is in the Lord, and whatever God gives to us is what we are waiting for.
All right, I want us to go straight into the conversation. What is relationship?
All right, it's a wonderful topic that we have to discuss, and I believe it's going to bless a lot of people out there. Now, when you want to talk about relationship aspect, biblically beginning, there was nothing called relationship, but in our time coming, this idea called relationship came in. And it's a stage whereby a man meets a woman and try to build up something just to know the vision of the man. The woman tries to know the vision of the man tries to know the vision of the man, and they try to see if they are compatible. So basically, relationship about studying each other, knowing the visions for each other, and then make a move into the future with it.
So what are some of the reasons why most relationships don't end well? Because as I said in my intro, most people will go into relationship having these expectations that it will go on well, but then before you realize, it ends so sadly. And what do you think are some of the reasons why most relationships can't keep up?
This is a very serious question, and we pray for the grace to help others over there, because there's a lot of serious things ongoing in a relationship. And if you want to talk about some of the reasons why relationships are not ending well, there are plenty of them. And from my side, one of the main reasons why, I will state about 4 reasons, but one of the main reasons why relationships are not ending well is because some people are not certain about the partners they choose. From the beginning, they are not certain about it. Some of them enter into a relationship with the idea, I'm going to try some. Some of them enter with the idea, maybe the person has money. Now, a guy can come to you and tell you, lady, you know what? I like you so much and I want us to take it cool and start some move with you that it will end well with us. You, the lady, first thing, please. The Lord has given us wisdom to the point that when you meet something like the person, technically, you get that attraction instantly. Nobody tells you that you like it or not. You have it within you that I like it. You understand? But many people forgo all these things, because that is the first stage of accepting a guy or a man or a woman to be with. You must be certain about a person. So that is the first point. So I believe that one of the main reasons why it's not going on well is because many of the reasons that he entered with, they were not certain. They proposed to them and they just went inside.
But how do you get to the point of being certain with someone when you haven't really started a journey with them?
Now, so when you meet a lady, let's say as a guy you met a lady, most of the guys, we are moved by physical appearance. But lady, as a lady that you're going to accept the person, one, most of the thing that ladies check, the first thing is how the guy talks. Now your first move of even calling her or making a conversation with her will determine. So some of the ladies are very wise to the point that they check all these things. Now the guy will come to you, and as I'm saying, this is not the firm reason that you have to. Take a guy so serious that I'm entering into a relationship with the person. But then it's a first move to bring other 4 points I bring on board. Which when I bring other 4 points on board, you understand what I was talking about. That there is no way there's a food that when they give it to you, don't like the food. Always have the food they like. Guns have the food they like. You can meet an AOA person trying to give a food that he doesn't like. No matter what you tell, I don't like the food. You know it within you that I don't like. So you met somebody, the person has money, he has whatever you have, but there's something in you that makes you love a man. You are not seeing that thing. Please don't go for it. So these are some of the reasons why most don't end well, because they make a move to enter into the relationship by forsaking this first thing, and they enter into it.
So we should sum the first point up. You have to be certain. A lot of people are not really certain about the people they want to be in a relationship with.
So the second point is that you have to have a vision. Now, a relationship without vision is like you seated in a car going to a place that you have no destination. You just sat in the car, you park your car, and you are going.
What do you really mean by having a vision?
Yeah, okay. So vision is very broad, as I said. For most people, ignore this fact that when you see somebody you like, you must know there are two things. There's a vision of the person as the man, and there's a vision of the lady. And there's another thing we call vision for both partners. So you might have your vision, you are coming, I want to be like this, I want to do this in 10 years, I want to be, that is good, that's your vision. The man also can have the same vision like that. But then when you guys come together, the relationship that you guys are bonding, what vision do you have for the relationship? Are you getting it? So the man proposed to you, okay, fine, I like you. The first thing, this thing I'm talking about doesn't start all of a sudden. The vision doesn't come in all of a sudden. This vision thing start when you guys have entered into the relationship. Then you guys will now sit down. Okay, this relationship, how many years do you want to spend in the relationship and then enter into the next level, maybe into marriage? You have to have all this consent written down, or you guys must discuss it. But many people, look at something, there are so many people in a relationship right now, the vision they have is visionless. So you realize that the guy will be like, oh, you pick phone, are you home? Please, can you come to the house? Is your house a tourist attraction? No. So the lady will enter into the house and they'll be there, they'll be eating, they'll be laughing. Before we're like, something happened. At the end of it, now they've created a new vision for the relationship. So because they are visionless, they enter, they have sex, and sex becomes the vision and the goal for the relationship. So at the end, realize that they'll be just having sex. The guy will get the lady pregnant and a whole lot of mess up will come in.
You just touch on vision as one of the reasons why people lack vision. That's why most relationship tends not to end well. So don't you think having this kind of vision, because when you try to break the vision, that it's more or less like planning towards the future, if there is savings that you need to do or something, don't you think having this vision at the early stage of the relationship won't put pressure on both parties?
So is it when I started, I told you that the 4 points I'm going to lay will defend each other. The first point is that you have to be certain, because you cannot just jump into a relationship and build a vision without being certain. Now, if I want to build a vision, I must be certain about the vision I am planning. You understand it? So before a man and a woman will say that, okay, this is the vision of our relationship, you guys are certain about each other already. And as I said, nobody enters in the relationship without seeing all these red flags that we talk about. They see it, but they ignore it. Now, Jay, you started this broadcast. You were certain about your vision, and you made a move. You understand? So before a man or a woman agrees to sit down and become partners and build into the future, they are certain first. And then when you guys are certain, the first thing you have to think about is that you have to have a vision. Because at the end of it is a vision we are looking at. This is where we want to get to. Vision is like a destination. You understand? So it is not like you're going to put a pressure on your partner. There are circumstances whereby you meet a partner, a lady will meet a man, and the man is financially down and the lady is financially high. You understand? That is why I said, when you are certain about your partner, you support. You put in your effort to bring that vision that you guys have together to one point. Now look at the Bible when Rebecca was brought to Isaac. Now it was clearly that the vision of Isaac was made well to Rebecca. Now in the case of Abraham too, Abraham has to tell Sarah, this is what God has said to me. God said I should move. But God never told Abraham, this is where you are going. And he told the wife, this is what God has said. This is a vision. God said I should move and you bless it. So he explained all the visions to Sarah. And Sarah has to adapt to the vision of Abraham. And then they made it. So no matter how the difficulties that came in, because they were having vision, they were focused on the vision. So one of the things that will help this our generation is that, people will have a lot of thought, like, many of you could be bank account. I've opened a bank account with someone. I rented for someone because I thought the person was the right person and stuff. But listen, as I said, every relationship, before you make a move, you see all these red flags. When you pick it, you don't enter into it. So one of the things that every relationship must have, you must have a vision. You must have a vision. And when you have a vision, it's good to go.
All right, so if you're watching this, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. It's really going to bless a lot of people. To come to my next question, I would want to ask, do you think it is advisable to inquire from the Lord and pray about your partner or who you would want to be in a relationship or to marry?
This is a very serious question which is ongoing, and I would say, just to help the youth, that many men of God has destroyed a lot of relationship by saying the Lord said and stuff. We all hear from the Lord. So I understand the fact that people say that, but the point is that the Lord has given us wisdom, and God, the Holy Spirit, speaks to our instinct and our intuition. So anytime you make a move to anybody, there is a way God communicates to us. You understand? Sometimes there are certain things God has placed, indebted in you, or deposited in you. Those things react. You can meet someone, you don't like the person, and the thing is reacting. We forgo all these things, and then want to hear from our spiritual fathers. But I bet you there are so many people that went ahead. They met a guy, they were talking to the guy, realized guy casa too much. The guy talks a lot, and something was telling them that this guy is not real. They did not believe whatever was speaking to them. You understand? So I don't support the idea whereby you have to go and ask the Lord that this is the right person for me or not. There are circumstances, there are people that their own are critical. You have to ask the Lord. But God has given us wisdom. It is not always they have to go to the Lord and ask. When you start the move, the person comes to you. That's why you don't jump straight into the relationship. There's a word that God, give me time to think about it. And that period of give me time to think about it is about you, the person studying, the person who came to you, to be certain. So the key word is that before you jump into it, you are certain about the voice of God. You are certain about the character of the person. You are certain about a lot of things about the person before you accept the person. You understand? So the fact of I have to ask my spiritual father, and I have to, it's there. But truly, I would say this, that it's really breaking a lot of relationship and making a lot of damages, which is not good. So the third point that is the main reason why relationships are not ending well is the society. The society plays a major role. Now, when I want to dive into this deep, it's going to take a lot of time. I'll brief it so that we all get it. Now, psychologically, what a child grows up with, or the knowledge and certain incidents that happened in the life of the child, affect the child when the child grows up. Based on, let's say, I grew up from a house where my father used to beat my mom, and my mom used to quarrel a lot, and this kind of disrespect, insult, and stuff goes on in and as a kid, my mental ability is able to capture all those things. And when I grew up, now I've gotten to the point where I need to settle down. When a man comes in my life, or when a woman comes in my life, and then there is a bit of that reaction, it triggers those things that was stored in my subconscious. You get it? So let me put another story. I'm in a society whereby, I'm in a school whereby my friends and their girlfriends are buying them cars. Some of them are giving them money, and I'm dating a lady who the lady is not doing anything for me. It's always like nothing serious, like he's not giving me anything. What my friends are telling me, the information they're giving to me, will play a major role in my relationship if I'm not careful. Because the mind is a portal in the spirit. Let me bring the biblical aspect inside small. Your mind is like a portal in the spirit, and it stores up information. So even if the devil wants to get you, he operates through your mind. So based on the information that you absorb from fellow friends, can also destroy your relationship. You get it? So imagine I'm in a relationship whereby my boyfriend doesn't give me money, he doesn't take care of me, we don't go out. Then I go to my friends, and my friends begin to tell me, my boyfriend, he do this, he does this, he does a whole lot of stuff. Then I begin to tell them my problem. They began to advise me, you have to leave him. because my boyfriend, he does this, he do this. Now I'll leave that scene and come to the house. It won't work instantly. When I get to the house and I'm sleeping, then the thoughts that were said by my friends will begin to play. Now I'll begin to react based on the thought I have in my mind to my boyfriend, and my boyfriend will be like, "Why you have changed?" So that is where you see that most people is like, "I don't know what's the answer." It's like, you are changed. Is everything okay? You are changed. You have changed. That is not it. There has been an information that has been passed on by the society to the fellow person.
All right. So, with you touching on the fact that the society is also one of the main reasons why most relationships aren't ending well, is because people have friends, and maybe through social media they watch stuff in a way that people are taking their girlfriends to trips, vacations, buying expensive gifts for them. You are a human being and you have a mind. When you start seeing all these things, it stores up in your subconscious mind, so you start reacting to it. Or you can be that person that can make decision for yourself that, oh, I'm seeing all these things, but this is the person that I want to be with. You think we have people like that?
Now, let me dive deep scientifically and also spiritually. When you study the life of a person, there are people that their souls are very strong. Now, the soul is connected to the mind. That's what I'm saying, souls. Your soul is connected to the mind. So, there are people that no matter the way they are, no matter what you do, doesn't affect them. They are who they are. And there are some people that a little thing initiate them and changes them. So, what I'm trying to say is that, when after I told that all the 4 points will defend themselves, you understand? If you have a vision, nothing will move you when it comes to the society rules that they play in your relationship. Most people should be very careful when they enter into their relationship. You understand? So the kind of information you hear out there, it is not all the information that is true. And I believe that if you do that, it's not going to worry you. So it doesn't matter whether you are someone which information, some of the information worry you or not. As I said, there are people like that. They are moved by things. Some people, they are like a rock. Nothing moves them. You understand? So these people, they have no issue. But ask yourself, how many population of people are like rock that nothing moves them? And how many of them are feeble that certain things can change them all of a sudden? So the society plays a major role. Our friends, our relatives, the phone we are using, computerized system, these things are playing major roles. You understand? So somebody can go and say somewhere like a motivational speaker and will speak his or her mind, and then your girlfriend be there. I remember I was in a relationship. My girlfriend can send me a motivational speech, and when you listen to it clearly, you realize where she's coming from, and you realize what information has been passed on to her. And this thing was really battling my relationship. And I have to sit there one day and say, "Man, come on, listen. If you want to work on this between us, you and I, we have to put things well. Forget about listening to people who don't have evidence. There are people who speak about they don't have evidence. They just speak what they have learned. And you can't just, these things will affect us. So that is why we have a vision. Focus on the vision. Focus on vision. Neglect the saying of the society. And then be certain about your partner. And I believe that will be okay."
All right. So if you're watching this, please don't forget to like, share with your friends, comment, and subscribe. So he talked about people are not being certain. The first point was people are not being certain about their partners that they've entered into their relationship with. Second, he talked about lack of vision. People lack vision. That's why most relationships are not ending well. They just enter into a relationship with no vision. They just want to date because everyone is dating. And third, he just talked about the role of the society. So Osofo, what was the last points that you want to touch on about this topic? Then we will wrap it up.
All right. So the last point I'll touch on is that people should allow God to be in the relationship. Now, the fundamental of all what we are talking about, if God is not part, I'm speaking. People might not take this because we are on your Christian name. Someone might be a Muslim. Whatever God that you believe in, I believe that they all comes back to this point I'm proving, that you should allow that God to be in your relationship. So if you believe in Jesus, if you believe in Allah, you should allow them to be in your relationship. You should allow them to make a room in that relationship. And I believe that if you do that, you are good to go. Because many people don't allow, they neglect everything and they try to, we can do it on our own. Now, these 3 points I laid down, without the help of God, or without the help of the God that you believe in, this thing will not work out.
Okay, so but then I've witnessed relationship of pastors that, I mean, obviously they let God in their relationship and it didn't end well. So what are you really saying about really letting God in? Even though I understand your point, but then I really want you to, I mean, elaborate on it the more.
All right, it's a nice question. I mean, it's one of the things that is occurring. I wish we have enough time that I can go very deep. You see, as I said from the beginning, you realize that even having the vision, there are certain things that we can talk about having the vision. We can go very deep to the in-depth of vision. Now, there's some person their vision is only about what God has sent them to go and do. What about your wife? You get it? So this pastor is something. If you bring it in, it's going to be, some pastors are not even romantic at all. When it's holiday that you have to take, oh, now God said I should go and pray. A pastor can be praying like that. What about your wife? You understand? So when you bring in a pastor something, have people that they have let God in their relationship and they are doing well. Just common Christians, they are not pastors. They are committed. They were, had vision, and also they didn't allow the society to display in their religion. I have had an encounter with a lot of people that, because of the field and the office I am, people bring their relationship issues, and when you listen to some of them, a lady was, look at what this is. How I'm saying, the vision of this lady, as I talk, that she likes the way the guy can fire her, and because the waist of the guy is very strong, and when you look at this is what is keeping the relationship. And so I was doing my best to advise. I was like, no, this is not going to work because this has become a fundamental or a foundation in the thing, so it's not going to work. You get it? So with the pastors aspect, I believe that most pastors that are facing this problem, they need to sit down. There is an assignment of God and there's an assignment of marriage. So don't mingle your assignment of God to the assignment of marriage. Now, in the book of Numbers, it took Moses' father-in-law to come and give wisdom to Moses. Although God has given an assignment to Moses, go and bring my people and set them to this land. Moses was doing it, but the father-in-law, who was also a priest, realized that this guy might die before his time because he was putting a lot of burden on him, and he has to tell him that, listen, you need to dedicate some of the duties to some people, select some people. After he did that, God said, what the advice that the man gave to you is right. Now do that, and I shall pour the spirit upon you, upon all the 70 people. So I believe pastors will get it. I mean, there's God's business and there is business or an assignment of marriage too. And then if they put in that, it's going to work and there will not be any controversy and contention that we are hearing about pastors.
Okay, thank you very much. He spoke and touched on a lot of things that I'm sure we are going to bring a part 2 of this conversation, or maybe, but listen, you're really going to see him on my channel. We are really going to delve into a lot of relationship topics and all on our agents and Charlie. It will be, I hope you've taken some points out of this discussion and it's going to be of good use to you and the people that you're going to share this with. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and also comment. I want to hear your point of view on this. Until then, I will see you in the next video. Bye.